Welcome back to Baseball Extra, where every pitch, every swing, and every critical decision is analyzed. You thought you knew drama? You thought you'd seen it all? Think again. After yesterday's electric Game 1 victory, your Chicago Cubs were poised to seal the deal in this best-of-3 wildcard series against the San Diego Padres. But what unfolded today was a masterclass in high-stakes baseball, a true battle for survival. Get ready, because this wasn't just a game. It was a statement. All right, Baseball Extra fans, let's dive straight into the heart of the action. Game 2 of the National League Wildcard Series. The energy in the stadium was palpable, a sea of passionate fans, all buzzing after the Cubs' exhilarating 3-1 win in Game 1. Today, a victory meant the series was ours. On the mound for Chicago, Andrew Kittredge got the nod as the opener, a strategic move ahead of Shota Imanaga. Kittredge, who just pitched in the eighth yesterday, was tasked with setting the tone against a formidable Padres lineup. Leading off for San Diego was none other than Fernando Tatis Jr. With a 1-1 count, Tatis didn't waste any time, lacing a sharp single right up the middle into center field. That's his first hit of the series, folks, and a leadoff single in the top of the first. This is a guy who led the National League in hits with a 292 average and was on a 15-game hit streak before yesterday's 0-for-4 outing. Next up, Luis Arraez, another dangerous bat. And just like that, Arraez flexed a ball into right center for another base hit. Back-to-back singles to start Game 2 for San Diego. Arraez had a quiet Game 1, but September was very good to him. Suddenly, Andrew Kittredge is in a serious jam. Enter Manny Machado. The crowd is absolutely roaring, trying to get into Machado's head, but Kittredge delivers a nasty breaking ball that Machado swings and misses at. Strike 3. He might have chased the pitch just off the outside edge, but that's the first out. 1 down, 2 on for Jackson Merrill. Now, the Cubs have to be extremely cautious here. Tatis is a threat on the base pass, with more steals of third than almost anyone in the majors this year. Dansby Swanson visibly moves closer to the bag. And there he goes. Tatis takes off for third. Kelly won't even throw it. It's a double steal. Wow. Tatis timed that perfectly. Kelly couldn't even get the ball out of his glove. Now, runners on second and third with only 1 out for Jackson Merrill. The pressure is mounting on our Chicago Cubs. Merrill hits a fly ball to right field, driving Suzuki back. It's in front of the warning track. Suzuki makes the catch and throws it into second. Arraez tags up and takes third, and Tatis crosses home plate. San Diego strikes first in the opening inning of Game 2. A sacrifice fly from Jackson Merrill puts the Padres up 1-0. That's just their first run in their last 33 postseason innings. The threat continues as Arraez bluffs down the line. The 1-1 pitch is lined towards left, and Ian Happ comes in and makes the catch. That ends the inning, but the Padres have drawn first blood. Bottom of the first, Baseball Extra faithful, and our focus shifts to the Padres ace, Dylan Cease. This is his 4th career postseason start, and he's a strikeout machine, racking up 215 Ks this year with some truly elite stuff. Cease immediately goes to work against Bush with a 0-2 count. Bush hits it in the air to right center field. Merrill tracks it down easily in the gap and makes the catch. You really have to crush the ball to get it out of right field against these guys. Horner, who drove in a run yesterday in his first ever postseason game, continues a strong series with a 1-out hit. 1 Padre leads, bottom of the first, 1 away, and a man at first. Ian Happ steps to the plate, and Cease gets him to swing and miss. Strike 3. That's his first strikeout. Cease continues to struggle with the fastball, but he certainly has a top-notch heater. Happ hits one hard on a line to left center. He had him well played, just a few steps over and back, and makes the catch. The inning is over. Now, a surprise for the Cubs bullpen. For the first time as a big leaguer, Shota Imanaga, our second-year Cub starter from Japan, will pitch in relief. The windy conditions today might actually benefit Shota, who has allowed 31 home runs in his 25 starts this year. First batter faces Imanaga, hits a playable ball into foul territory. Kelly, our Cubs catcher, makes the play for out number 1. That ball was jammed in on his hands nicely. 1 away, and up comes Gavin Sheets. Sheets gets 1 up in the zone and puts it high in the air to center. Pete Crow Armstrong will put him away. 2 quick outs in the air. Imanaga should feel pretty comfortable against the Padres. He went 12 in the third innings against them in 2 starts this year, only allowing 1 earned run. His season ERA sits at 3.73. Speaking of impressive stats, this guy has had 6 home runs in his last 16 at-bats. He's homered in 5 straight games going back to the regular season. Suzuki strikes out on a devilish slider. That's another strikeout for Dylan Cease. He is absolutely on his game today. The council told us before the game that to get to Cease, the Cubs would have to be more patient, not chase. Kelly goes after another high heater. This one a 100 miles per hour fastball, and it's popped up to Bogarts. The Cubs still trail 1-0. Pete Crow Armstrong is the next batter. 8th pitch of the at-bat, and a swing and a miss. Cease got him to chase a slider that was practically in the dirt. A 1-2-3, 2-strikeout second inning for Dylan Cease. Mike Shildt, the Padres manager, runs a very prepared and detailed team. You spend a couple of minutes with him, and it's easy to tell. Furman swings and rips it in the air down the left field line. It's not going to get there. That's a fair ball. One hop up against the wall in the left field corner, and Freddie Furman is at second base with a leadoff double. San Diego gets a runner in scoring position for Tatis. Already up a run. Fernando swings at the first pitch, trying to inside out a ball to right. Here comes Suzuki, who makes the catch in foul ground, and a good arm will keep Furman at second. Runner on second, one away. Alvarez, who already singled, grounds the ball to Nico Horner here, and there are 2 down on the play. Furman advances to third, but now 2 down, and you've got Machado coming up. He hits a high fly ball, playable to right center. Crow Armstrong and Suzuki converge, and Crow Armstrong makes the catch. Despite a leadoff double, the Padres do not score. Our baseball extra team is tracking every crucial defensive play. The shadow line on the field is about 3 feet behind the umpire right now, gradually moving out toward home plate. Here's a liner into left center field. A base hit over toward the alley as Merrill Dansby takes a big turn and holds on with a single. Matt Shaw stands in. The Padres are expecting a bunt, which is what Shaw did in the 8th inning yesterday to help them get that add-on run. There goes Shaw at second base, sliding in. Swanson is just stuck there. We'll see if San Diego chooses to use a challenge. Remember, you get an extra challenge in the postseason, and the Padres will call for a review. I don't know if you can overturn that call on the field. It's so close. His glove gets there just before. That's a tough one. Swanson's hand, if you look at it really close, you can almost see the wrinkle in Bogaerts' glove. When I say the wrinkle, that means when it actually touches the base, it wrinkles back a little bit. So Dansby Swanson, by maybe half a fingertip, saves the inning for Chicago. Unbelievable. A 1-1 pitch in the air, right center field, not deep at all. Jackson Merrill is in the spot. Fernando Tatis Jr. is there as well, and Merrill makes the catch as they sort of bonk into one another. But the inning is over. Imanaga has been excellent in relief. Andrew Kittredge opened the game and gave up a run on 2 hits with a strikeout, and Imanaga has allowed just 1 hit through 2. A leadoff walk for Jackson Merrill brings Xander Bogaerts to the plate, who has swung the bat tremendously in his first few at-bats of this wild card series. On the next pitch, Bogaerts gets a sweeper, and he is on time for it. Ryan O'Hearn, a destroyer of lefties down the stretch, has his first hit in this postseason, and San Diego hits 2 on with 1 out. San Diego is going to the bench early here in the 4th inning. Jose Iglesias will pinch hit for Gavin Sheets. Iglesias lights this ball sharply at Crow Armstrong, who nearly over on it, but makes the catch for out number 2. The Cubs are trying to put a 0 on the board here in the 4th inning. Rowan Worth struck out his first time. This ball is hit on the ground to short by Swanson, who throws to first to get him. Good play by Dansby. The Padres got a single and a walk, but they walk away empty-handed. I tell you what, I don't know that the odds were that Dylan Cease would still be out there in the 4th inning unless maybe the Padres had a huge day offensively. But here he is. He puts the ball in the air. Foul ground. Machado can't get to it. He dives to the edge of the dugout. Machado doing his best right there, man. You talk about trying to make a play. Hope he is okay. Going hard, 1 quick peek. You got to slide to kind of slow down. And right there, yeah, it looks like that right leg, or left leg rather. Left knee kind of got into that padding a little bit. It takes a lot to knock this guy out of the game. Here's the payoff pitch. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. Cease gets him again. Predominantly fastballs. 56% here in today's ball game. A 100 miles per hour heater from Dylan Cease for another putout. I mean, that's not even fair. That's not even fair at all. 5 strikeouts for Cease. Merrill walks, and then lines 1 down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit. It goes all the way into the corner. Chasing it down as Bryce Johnson. Merrill will stop at second with a double. Freddie Furman calls an all-staff meeting at the mound. 3 2/3 innings. No runs today. And now, The Padres will intentionally walk Carson Kelly to get a left-on-left matchup with Adrian Morejon and Pete Crow Armstrong. Mike Schilt is pushing some buttons early in this game. He's going to the bullpen after 11 outs and no runs against. He looks back at second base. It's the 1-2 pitch and a broken back grounder to first. Arez has it. It's a race to the bag, and Arez wins the race to end the inning. No runs ahead. 2 guys left on base. Imanaga is still on the mound. Freddie Fermin, right-handed hitting catcher, is at the plate. The lefty Imanaga works his motion. Fermin couldn't hold up. Strike 3. That's Imanaga's third punch-out. 3 1/3 innings, doing what he does. He will face Tatis for a second time, which is something Craig Counsell appeared to have some concerns about, just by putting in Andrew Kittredge as the opener. No, Tatis takes the sweeper. That's a hard-earned walk. Arez singled in the first, grounded out to second in the third with a little drag bunt. Imanaga will go to get the second out. I'll see what Craig is going to do. He's going to leave Shota in, and they're going to pitch to Machado here with the base open. And Machado cracks the first pitch to deep left field. Imanaga gone. Manny Machado absolutely destroys a first pitch splitter. The Cubs do not turn to the bullpen, and Machado hits it over the bullpen. 3-0 San Diego. Our baseball extra team just witnessed a pivotal moment. And what did we talk about coming into this game? It's got to be the dudes. And for the Padres, it is Tatis, it is Machado. And often, we say, big-time players show up at the big moments. This is a pretty big moment in this ball game, as big a moment as there has been, and as big a swing as the Padres have had. Shota is ready. Here comes the 0-2 chopped up the first baseline. Fielder behind the bag by Bush. He steps on the cushion. That's out number 3, but the Padres do some damage. Mason Miller, Jeremiah Estrada, and then we did not see Robert Suarez. The Padres closer yesterday. He is well rested. Thompson goes down swinging. There's that nasty changeup from Morejon. 1 out, nobody on for Matt Shaw. 3-0 Padres in the 5th. A ball outside. Shaw breaks his bat. Machado makes the play from third, and there are 2 down. There are the Padres bullpen ranks. Best ERA, lowest whip. Jackson Merrill coming on. He's there, and he's making the catch. That's a 1-2-3 5th inning for Adrian Morejon, who has retired all 4 men that he has faced. A 3-0 lead for San Diego over the Chicago Cubs. Caleb Thielbar is into the game for the Cubs. A little tapper here. The ball up the line. Trouble getting it out of his glove. An infield hit for Xander Bogaerts. 3-2. O'Hearn takes low. Ball 4. So the Padres are in business against Thielbar. First and second. Nobody out. And remember, Bryce Johnson is now in this spot after Iglesias hit for Sheets. Johnson is an outstanding bunter, and you can almost book it that that will be the situation here. Then, Suarez strikes out looking after showing Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth was really reliable at the end of the regular season. He reached base in his final 16 games. That's his ball of the year to Crow Armstrong. Bogaerts will hold at second on out number 2. Counsell will go get Caleb Thielbar. 2/3 of an inning for Caleb Thielbar. He had a walk, a strikeout, and now Colin Ray is the Cubs' 4th pitcher of the game. A big chop to the hole at short, fielded by Swanson. A running throw to first, and he got him. Good play by Dansby. That's not an easy throw. It's a longer throw than you realize, but he made it. Morejon has gone 2 innings 3 times this year. Off of MJ, it kicks right to Arez, who tags the bag with the baseball. That's what you call a kick save, and a beauty right there. Ball blistered by Nico Horner goes off the foot and rolls right to Arez. He touches the bag with the ball, and all Morejon could do was turn and give the out signal himself. A 6-year-old from Havana, Cuba, comes home with the ball grounded to Bogaerts. Another sinker, another out. Love to see Tucker do something good here and get on base. Get him a base knock, a walk, an extra base hit, and brings to the plate. Pop to shallow center. Merrill coming on. He's there to make the catch, and Morejon has gone 7 up, 7 down to get the Padres through 6. It is Mason Miller time. Baseball extra. It's time for the smoke show, is what it is. A 2.63 ERA, 61 2/3 innings. He is working, my gosh. No big swing there. 103 miles per hour. Top shelf to the Cubs. Strikeout. A full count for the 5th time today. Mason Miller reaching deep down that lunch pail. He has to pull out a little extra cheese. Top shelf. How about that from Mason Miller? About as fast as a human being has ever thrown a baseball. 6 times in the regular season, Miller, with either the A's or the Padres, struck out the side. He did it in his postseason debut. Bases empty, 2 outs, 3-2. Here's the pitch to Crow Armstrong, taken on the inside corner, top of the zone. Strike 3 called. And for the second consecutive day, Mason Miller strikes out the side in the 7th, getting Suzuki, Kelly, and Crow Armstrong both days. Swanson and the Cubs have just 6 outs left to try to avoid a winner-take all Game 3. Mason Miller has faced 6 batters and struck them all out in the series. And Swanson swings and misses. Strike 3. 1-3 up in the zone. 4 straight strikeouts for Mason Miller, who has struck out all 7 batters he has faced. This is absolutely phenomenal MLB postseason pitching. Young Moises Baez will make his postseason debut. Baez is helpless. You could give these Cubs a cricket bat. You could give them a skyscraper. It's probably not going to matter. They can't do anything against Mason Miller. And the longer Mason Miller goes, to somebody with this powerful an arm, the Padres do want to protect a bit of a lead that they have, and that will stop the strikeout streak. The Cubs have their first base runner since the 4th. You don't strike somebody out, you're out of the game. These are the rules around here. He struck out 8 straight to begin his postseason career. He will leave with 4 outs to go after 27 pitches. The Padres turn to Robert Suarez, a 2.97 ERA in the regular season. And again, then, he led the National League with those 40 saves. Let's see if Nico Hoerner can get on, which would allow Ian Happ to become the potential tying run in this 8th inning. In the air to right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. goes back towards the corner, leaps up, and makes the catch on the move to end the inning. Tatis needed to go and get it, and he did. And we head to the 9th inning. The Cubs, for the first 8 innings offensively, they're trying to get on the board here because of the best-of-3 wildcard format. The Game 1 home winner has never lost Game 2. The Cubs need 3 runs against an all-star closer, Robert Suarez, in the 9th to avoid a Game 3 tomorrow. Happ hits it in the air to left. Bryce Johnson, 1 out. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 9th inning, Kyle Tucker, the batter, 0 for 3 on the day. Tucker hits it to right center field. There's his first hit of the wild card series. A little life for the Cubs. Well, that's what the Cubs do. They've got to have some base runners, and we talked about it. To come back, they've got to have a big swing in there if you want some runs. This is your guy. Home run yesterday in the 5th to get their rally going. He's had 6, count them, 6 home runs in the last 5 games going into this one. On the ground, shortstop, Bogaert stumbles, flips to second, and the Padres win it. San Diego shuts out the Cubs with a dominant performance from 4 pitchers, and this Padres smoke show sends the series to a decisive Game 3. What a heartbreaker for our Chicago Cubs. The energy, the tension, the sheer will on display from both sides. This is what baseball playoffs are all about. The Padres' bullpen was simply unhittable, a true testament to their pitching depth and aggressive strategy. From Cease's early dominance to Miller's incredible strikeout streak, the Cubs' offense just couldn't find a rhythm. It comes down to one game now, a winner-take-all battle for survival. What are your thoughts, Baseball Extra fans? Who do you think will come out on top in Game 3? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more in-depth analysis, breaking news, and exclusive content about your favorite teams, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Baseball Extra. Don't miss a single moment of the postseason journey.